maybe they figured out a lot of these things, but this one seems a little bit experimental. We're going to find out very quickly what they have in mind because we're jumping into the game right now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Suns fan here with Jenkins subbing in for the old Cinderman. It's great to have. So sorry I touched you, by the way.
Okay.
These will not stay on my head.
I didn't realize you put those back on.
Yeah, it's basically stapled them to my head for the time being, but they will not stay. We have Team Nigma versus PSG.LGD. Oh my god, we're gonna get first blood already potentially. The cold feet did connect, not the Y. First blood for PSG, or for Nigma, I should say. Or PS, is that swapped? Yeah, that's swapped.
Oh, okay. There goes.
Yeah, it's
okay. Very good.
All right, so PSG. Good start to the cast, Jenkins. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Do you believe in fate, Shandon?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you believe in fate?
No.
Because I believe the fact that we did not get fired for NADPC, this is going to all... It's all going to end here.
You know, I think what happened is saw that we were working, and we worked at both events. Like, they didn't watch any.
They must be very good together. They are completely wrong.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm AniMajor here, able to time walk away, as we do have the logos fixed now, so I will not get horribly confused.
Okay, this makes more sense.
What are your thoughts on this draft overall? AUI touched on, like, we saw a lot of AA picked first, as we can see a Wraithfire Blast here from ILTW, but looks like the Bounty Runes will actually go 3 to Nigma, as Kuroki's going to get chased down, so it's going to be a trade of sorts. Oh, wait.
Maybe not.
Cold Feet just in time. Do they get vision? Oh, Fairy Fire as well, keeping Kuroki alive. He's got a long way to go, and something tells me that LGD will eventually find this kill, but... was it worth? I mean, that's 3 bounties.
Sure.
And they got first blood already.
Sure. Not bad.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he did use his Fairy Fire, but no big deal.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
It's a bit of a big deal, yeah. I think that's an issue here.
So what are your thoughts on the lineups? Who do you, just looking at the lineups alone and not the teams, who would you favor and why? Break it down, Jenkins.
Okay, please. I will definitely. Professional analysis. I really like this AA hero. I think that like every single meta hero, there's a lot of meta heroes that it combos with incredibly well, and then it also blocks like basically half of the strong, cheesy meta heroes.
Right.
So in almost every game, it feels like just the perfect position 5. So I'm a huge fan of this hero. But then on the other side, I think Faceless Void was undervalued during the wildcard stage. The group stage teams seem to be picking it a lot, and I think this like tanky boy Faceless Void, where you're just completely unkillable, and then you have some other sources of damage for the Chronosphere, I think that's incredibly hard to deal with.
ILTW taking some pressure from Faith Beyond. Of course, this LC hero we've seen a decent amount, kind of this pseudo counter to Puck. I guess you just walk through coil and you'd be able to press the attack your ally, especially with that shard being so ridiculously good. It feels like a must purchase every single game. But yeah, the AA, I feel like we were talking about this pre-draft, but this hero, I feel like once we get to the playoff stage, we're going to start seeing this ban pretty consistently, because it not only denies picking certain heroes from the other side, but it allows you to pick those heroes, and it forces the other team to try to ban them. But you get like Dragon Knight, Wraith King, right. Even Wyvern all have healing mechanics that could be countered by AA.
You're definitely right. It makes the draft like too easy, and you know, you're never like, oh, this AA, I'm gonna feed to this hero, you know. But it's like, it's more that the AA like supplements other heroes that have really good games in every single game. It's not just like, oh, it's a good AA draft. Every draft is a good AA draft. So right. It's definitely worth the ban at some point.
I mean, it's made the transition towards like obviously the anti-healing strat that we've seen, denying alchemist type heroes, but you know, the AA blast, like you said, is combos with everything. It feels like there's so much team fight now in this patch, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
So just very flexible indeed. GH. Some pressure here to Y on the Elder Titan. What are your thoughts on Elder Titan this game? Because this is not one that we get to see all too often. Although, oh, actually the Bash is going to prevent, or that was the Dragon Tail, I should say, can prevent the Echo Stomp. And that's going to turn around a nice kill for Nigma.
It seems to be kind of like an undying hero. Like you actually see this in every single game with the ET, where he just like runs in until he basically dies or he kills you. And it's position 5, so you don't care, right? He's just going to come back with like 2 salves for the carry. The carry has full resources ready to go. Carry's getting solo XP, and then you've traded resources to actually kill this hero, and it's a lot of the time it's not worth it.
They do have crazy wombo combo potential though, with the Chronosphere into the ET ult and Snapfire ult. Like, and obviously the mobility from Nothing to Say here on Ember Spirit, who's playing this very close. He's gonna pop that Fairy Fire along with Miracle. TP support in the way of Jin Q. Oh, the help save, and he gets the bottle there as well. Miracle also able to live, so living on the edge from both sides.
Yeah, that's it. The animation was still on him from the cold feet, but like the damage ticks were over, so that was almost. Can he get it?
Does he have vision? Oh my goodness, Jin Q. I thought that tree was definitely not going to give enough vision there, but well played. So PSG.LGD tie up the game in terms of kill potential here, 2-2. I mean, look at the mid lane in terms of the CS. It's still relatively even, and no XP going the way of the Ember Spirit. So in that respect, it's pretty even right now.
What is going on with these creeps here? KuroKy just... I mean, this is a nice play from him. He's taking a lot of damage for this, though.
Miracle doesn't get to miss any XP as a result of this.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Just got to get out of there. Got to get out of XP range for your mid.
Of course.
You want to grief the game.
Well, to be fair, you know, giving Puck the solo XP means that Puck 6 sooner, and then who's going to take mid? It's like almost always going to be the AA, right?
Yeah, true.
Get that 6 as soon as possible, then you can blast from across the map, so...
Yeah, that's very true. Look at the CS for LC, 27 and 10. My goodness. Faith Beyond having a god tier start here. That has a ring of health. And GH. Right-clicked a bit here by Ame, who will probably have to retreat. Although the timeout does connect on the mind control. He's not as tanky as he thinks. Why in the meantime, equipping that briefcase. Not enough to find the kill this time around. Now just going to get chased up by GH.
Just a brawl up here. Nobody's really farming that well on either side.
It's funny because Void didn't used to be this brawling type here, but now the time dilation doing damage, it feels like the hero is a little bit more flexible now than it used to be.
Yeah, definitely. I think with an ET as well. Like, ET just gets in there and starts punching people, and Void's like, well, you know, I gotta save my support, so.
This is the first coil of the game, although Flame Guard's gonna protect him a little bit there, so Miracle not able to find a kill on Nothing to Say, but we can see the XP discrepancy just slightly in favor right now of the old Miracle.
Yeah, Nothing to Say seems to be playing around this Flame Guard extremely well. Like, he seems to really know what the threshold is where he could die, because very aggressive on this hero so far.
Splinter Blast. Quite a bit of damage. So Ame has to go back to base, make the old walk of shame. Wraith King, ILTW. We've seen some variations on the build for Wraith King lately. Will be the Midas, it looks like, as Cookie's going to connect. Not sure if they have enough damage to actually finish this off, but KuroKy will force them out for now. But what are your thoughts on Midas? Because, I mean, at least for NADPC, I know a lot of people don't give a crap about NADPC, but we saw Midas early on in the season, and people just stopped buying it entirely.
Yeah, no, this whole tournament so far seems to be like, even offlaners are buying Midas, like, you know, morphling mid, and then just like picking these heroes and scaling, just playing for the late game, and it seems to be working. I mean, this is what Nigma did to get to this point so far, so it's working out for them. I imagine this is something that's coming from the scrims as well, that we're not seeing.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Miracle still pressuring in the mid lane. The coil is up, so we'll see if he makes a transition to another lane. Void would be a pretty big kill, obviously. I mean, if you look at the farm, not doing too hot compared to ILTW. They're about 500 net worth discrepancy right now.
Yeah, so it's an interesting choice because, like, basically, okay, if we're the Puck, we can go to the Void lane, we can get an easy kill. Like, this is a losing lane, right? Or you can go to the lane to try to recover, which is the Legion Commander lane. But the Legion Commander is a very difficult hero to kill with that coil because of the reasons that we talked about already. You just press the Legion W and then walk out of the coil, and you're perfectly fine.
As long as you're in position, of course.
Yes.
I mean, I keep talking about this LC hero in general. And, this is going to turn into a tangent, so maybe I'll just wait. As you have a smirk on your face, because you know where I'm going with it.
You're going to the ag chart.
No, it's not just the ag chart. It's just the whole hero is around press the attack right now.
Oh, you hate the fact that it's a support hero.
Yeah, well, if it's played in offlane, like if you can play position 4, then sure, but it's played 3.
To be fair, the offlane's kind of a support position.
I know, it's very sad. All right, Wyatt. Ice Vortex is going to keep him in the area for now. As Mind Control already popped the Dragon form, so they're going to see. Oh, Splinter Blast is enough to net the kill. And I think with this, PSG.LGD are going to have to at least back up. I mean, this is a level 4 Void, for God's sake. Mind Control definitely going to pressure this tower with a level 1 Dragon form.
Yeah, with KuroKy here, this is just
They're sticking around, though.
I think if Mind Control and KuroKy are right next to each other, you have to be really careful if you're either of these two heroes. He has 2 levels in the cold feet too, so it's a pretty nice stun duration.
Yeah, I think
they're just backing off. Yeah,
they're backing off now.
Miracle's just kind of farming. He doesn't seem to be interested. I think for the reasons we talked about earlier, it's awkward to go to either of these lanes. Like, do you go to the lane that's already winning, or do you go to the lane that's a very unlikely kill? Neither really feels like a good option, so just get the Witchblade sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and the fact that Mind Control is having a pretty good game so far, the fact he can just push this lane pretty much by himself. It's going to take essentially 2 ults to do so solo.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the other side, Wraith King can obviously just go jungle. Yeah. Struggling out, which he's not really, I mean, he's a little bit behind, but not compared to the Void.
Yeah, I think you're much more okay with a Wraith King jungling than a Void. Void is more hero that...
Really?
Yes, of course.
My goodness, that's shocking to hear.
When you have the Chrono, you can actually leave the lane and you're okay with it because, of course, you can actually get kills.
Yeah.
But the Wraith King, it's like, you know, he wants to jungle from like 10 minutes onward anyway.
And Miracle finally makes the rotation here. Coil and Waning Rift into 2. He finds the Snapfire extremely easily. Time Dilation's not going to save Mr. Ame this time around, so... I mean, he didn't go to the lane, he went to the jungle and he found 2 very valuable kills. Yeah, and he's going to get a couple stacks here too. The stacks definitely make this worth it. I mean, and this is, once again, this is the thing, you know, punishing the Void, who's a hero who's not really that good at jungling. It takes so long to get that level 6 just hitting jungle creeps. Like, he'd rather take a lane, but going and taking his bot lane, so Faith Beyond's owning, so you don't really want to push him out of there. All right, Mind Control does get the tower. It might cost him his life, probably worth it. That is a very long TP for Faith Beyond. Wants to get his first duel victory of the game. Miracle, of course, without the coil, but I mean, just his presence alone, he does so much damage even this early. The Splinter Blast is going to destroy LGD for now, but there's the Echo Stomp for Y. Can he set this up with anything else? Of course, he's not level 6 yet, so nothing to combo for himself. He's going to get press the attack off that Dragon Tail. They're going to turn this around a little bit for Nigma. I mean, they completely outnumbered the Elder Titans, so perhaps sticking around a little too long for PSG.LGD.
Dude, this is a Chad build from Miracle. He has literally no points in phase shift. He has 4-4-0 right now. This guy is just so sure that he is not going to die. He just wants to do damage. Oh, the Chrono! It misses! Oh, Miracle! I can't believe I just said that. He just jumps out.
Oh, God. All right, well, Ame gonna get cookied. Oh, that could have been really bad out of the coil. He's still on death's door, though. Miracle still going in. Finds the kill, but dies shortly after Kuroki. Looks like he's gonna get solo killed by Jin Q's ult. And nothing to say. I mean, they're getting some turnaround kills here, so this is pretty valuable despite losing the Void.
Wow, that is really bad for Nigma because, okay, so actually, never mind. I was gonna say the Catapult is still alive, but it looks like LGD is like, all right, we've committed a lot to this. Maybe we don't want to. Maybe we don't want to try to push. You know, pushing right after you just used all of your resources can be a little sketchy.
What's Void building right now? Is he gonna try to go for some catch-up Midas action, or
no? He's going for Maelstrom build. Yeah, okay. Maelstrom build.
I mean, this will allow him to take like if they're stacking creeps right now, he can't do anything. It's basically just for Ember.
Yeah, I think this is kind of reasonable because he's going to catch up with Chronospheres, right? Because he's got all of these great combos in the Chrono. True. Even Ember having such a good game right now, he does a lot of damage into the Chrono.
Uh-oh. Link Dagger reveal from Mind Control, and that is going to be ridiculously easy. So nothing to say, despite getting that kill earlier.
Dire's middle tower.
He's going to not only die, but lose his tier 1 tower. And this is only 11.5 minutes in. Of course, it is a Dragon Knight lineup.
Yeah, and now this is going the other way. That not only do they get that kill, which is a kill on the obvious, you know, important mid-core, it's like they do it when the Catapult's still alive. Because LGD didn't stick around and kill the Catapult. So that's a free mid tower.
Mind Control having an extra. They're going to take another stack of creeps. This is brutal.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, it's only showing a 2k net worth lead, but of course Void's not even remotely close to coming online, and they're going to get yet another tower. Mind Control is doing so much work this game.
Look at this ward from Nigma. When did they put that down? What a ward in the triangle.
Yeah, that gives a lot of vision.
Yeah, I mean, that sets up for them to steal those stacks, right? They know the position of everyone.
And they have another one in their jungle that they stole the stacks from earlier. So basically nowhere is safe for PSG.LGD right now.
Kuroki's been really on point this game with those wards. It's a, you know, it's a small thing for position 5s. It's a weird thing to complement. You don't think about it too much, but it's so game-changing. It lets all of his playmakers actually do things in the game. So they look really cool, but it's off the back of his wards.
We see a smoke here from LGD. ILTW. I'm not sure if he's holding. Okay, he actually does get the point.
He doesn't have mana,
but he doesn't have mana. He actually stunned.
He summoned Skeleton. It's 100 mana now.
Yeah, that is truly unfortunate, but PSG.LGD are going to try to take advantage of this. They're going to lose one in the process. If they can get out, this will be an extremely good trade. Yeah, that was. I mean, how much mana is?
So
is that skill these days?
It's 100. I think they just nerfed it from 70 to 100. So he actually would have had mana.
Oh, they actually find the coil, but there's the press the attack we were talking about. Into the Dragon Tail though. Can he get off the Remnant in time? He's still silenced. And another great kill for Nigma as they're just going to chase Jin Q down. Miracle frontlining for his team. Mind control in his human useless form. Not able to find anybody. Oh, there we go. Not useless anymore. Jumps in, flies away for now. He's very tanky. Has a soul ring bracer. What do you buy for mind control this game, you think, based on how this game is going so far?
Oh, geez. I mean, if you want
a BKB?
If you want to go full greed, you can go Midas and then eventually build into some Ags and be like a core DK. It depends on when they think the game is going to end. I think BKB probably is the most likely choice.
That's boring though, right?
It is boring, but as an offlaner, when the map gets limited, you don't get any farm, so...
This is true.
You just want to have a BKB so you can fight. It's very sad, but this
I mean, the fact that Mind Control had a Blink Dagger just like, what, 3 minutes ago, I want to say? And Faith Beyond still does not have his, and it's not even the same type of a hero, right? Because you blink in duel, you still need all the damage from your teammate, and it's a very long cooldown compared to Dragon Tail, which you can spam.
Yeah.
And nothing to say. Able to get the haste rune this time around. One level behind Miracle right now is he that Witchblade is pretty freaking annoying. Cookie's not going to connect, and Miracle is just playing with his food at this point.
So this, once again, this is the reason that he's able to play like that is because he has vision on these heroes. He sees Faith Beyond top. He saw Elder Titan in the ward over here, who was actually dewarding. Now it's gone. But the only reason he's able to play that aggressive and be so annoying is because of these wards from Kuroki.
4K net worth lead now for Team Nigma as another smoke attempt here from PSG.LGD. I mean, last time they got the Wraith King, that was pretty valuable. GH is a 4, gets the Windsur's Curse off. There's the Dragon Tail into the Cookie. GH, he will not get out. That was extremely close. No dual victory, obviously. Not able to get that off in time. I mean, how important is it for like these days for LC to get dual damage?
I don't think it's that important. I mean,
that's the stat reality.
As much as it pains, I know this is paining you to even have this discussion right now, but
I just want to make a point that it's a support hero.
It definitely is. Solar Crest type.
All right, a blast to set things up. Miracle still has coil, doesn't even need it. Very, very easy. He's going a Desolator, by the way, so pure damage here. Well, not literally pure damage, just a lot of damage.
Okay, I mean, I think they are in a position to take some early towers. Like, I think it makes sense that they can close out the map. I also think that Roche is going to be very free for them to access because they have total control of this top area.
What do you think of that?
Double Deso.
Because ILTW is going Deso as well.
And wait, who else is Deso?
Wait, click on Puck. Maybe I was...
Okay, let me see. No, he has it. So, okay, I'm sure they'll talk about it. Here's the thing, okay? There's a lot of useless garbage that you don't want to talk, like neutral items, for example. People get mad if you're talking about neutral items in a game because it's like,
why? That's so important.
It's not that important.
Once you get to tier 3s, very important.
Okay, well, it's 15 minutes.
Or if you get the Possessed Mask at tier 1,
okay,
somebody else takes it.
That is important. It's like, give me my goddamn mask right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, no, you've convinced me.
He doesn't even have a tier 1 item. As we're talking about Wraith King.
Don't put the camera back. No.
But yeah, I mean, you could switch it up and just go for like an Assault instead if Puck is actually going to continue with the Deso.
I think so, yeah. I mean,
or Puck can just go the route with like a Dagon or some crazy. We've seen that many a time.
Sure. I really like the AC idea. This Wraith King hero, I don't know if you've played in the late game without an AC, you just feel so pathetic. Like any carry just out carries you because you have no armor whatsoever. That's why I like the armlet a lot as well. I like that this item was buffed for this hero. It's a big reason, despite the nerfs of the Wraith King, that the hero is still viable, is that this build is so strong.
Top tower is under attack.
Very true. And I think, I was going to say, Roshan is definitely available.
Yeah,
I mean, Nigma has so much map control right now, although PSG.LGD are not too far, and they have crazy Roche potential, like in terms of testing.
Yeah, I mean, with Chrono, they could maybe fight this. I guess the only...
Oh, they scan. All right, they know. I mean, they have Elder Titan, they have Chrono, they have Snap. Oh, Snapfire's out here. They're trying to scout for it. It's going to get silenced right away. And the coil onto 2. Elder Titan ult to follow, but it's going to be dodged. As Jin Q's going to be the first casualty of Warriors. Mind control links in. If they can find this kill, this will be pretty big on the LC. Not able to get any duel off, and of course, with no save available, I think that's pretty safe to get Roche now.
That was a very long-range Winter Wyvern nuke. Very important analysis after that.
Thank you, Jenkins. Thank you for joining me. I'm sure Cinderin is watching and really approving of your commentary.
I know where he's watching from. We are not allowed to talk about that topic.
Talk about these things, okay? This is why we are banned, usually banned together, but because Cinderin is MIA for today.
Thank goodness for shrimp. Anyway, back to the game.
Back to you, Dakota. All right, so 5K network lead for Team Nigma, and they have the old Aegis on Miracle. I mean, a lot of times you'd see the Aegis on Wraith King because he's the one hitting the buildings, but Puck, if he's going to go Deso, he can also do just that, right?
I mean, also with how aggressive he's been playing.
True.
Even, like, not even in the fight, just on the map. Like, he's just placing himself right in front of the enemies and being annoying.
Yeah.
This does make sense. Give him a second life so that way he can mess this up. And, I mean, not that he has. He's been playing insane this game.
It gives him a little extra room to work with. We're going to see the initiation onto nothing to say. The Pressy attack takes off the stun, but not all that damage.
Dire's middle tower.
And of course, the AA Blast connected. I mean, you're not going to get any heal from the Pressy attack anyway, so.
Man, Faith Beyond really needs this Ag Shard. Does he have coil? He has coil.
Oh, he's going to use it. He's only going to hit one. His Chronosphere onto 2 to fall, but how much damage do they actually have? Remember, this is the Aegis Miracle. There's the curse to buy him a little bit of time, and they can just turn this around. Yeah, this is just getting out of control in favor of Team Nigma. Will he continue on here? Yep. Nothing to fear for Miracle, as ILTW there with a Wraith Fire Blast as well. Reading Faith Beyond. Nice body blocks by Miracle. This will likely be a 4th kill in their favor. Sapphire ult to follow though, and the buyback onto the Elder Titan, but he doesn't have his ultimate. We'll see how much turnaround potential they have. Oh, he actually does have his ultimate. It just came off cooldown. But they're just going to shrug that off and walk right out of the base. They don't even have the tier 2 tower, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
They really wanted to kill Mind Control there, but just with all the saves, it's not possible. I mean, that was a little awkward from Ame on the Chronosphere, that he didn't have Jin Q anywhere near with the Snapfire ults, and then the
Snapfire I think ulted
No, he had it, and then the Earth Splitter was on cooldown, so it's like, at this point, a Faceless Void doesn't really do that much damage, even though he went for the Maelstrom build. It's like he just has a Maelstrom, and then you're dealing with this Winter Wyvern too, who can save into the Chrono.
Blast coming in. Such a Cold Embrace is going to save the Dragon Eye, although I don't even know if he needed saving. It's nothing to say. Pops his newly picked up BKB. Jin Q getting chased again by Miracle. Doesn't look like any kill will come out of this. I mean, still have 2.5 minutes on the Aegis, so we'll see if Miracle wants to just go heal in the fountain. But still some outer towers to take for Team Nigma.
My gratitude.
Oh, that's right. Of course, you have a Wyvern heal, so. And a DD bottle. So this next fight's gonna be pretty brutal, I would assume. I mean, for PSG.LGD, they have this wombo combo potential, but we haven't really seen it, right? They haven't set anything up.
I think the way that they can win this game is they need somebody to go in first and set things up. That's probably going to be the Ember Spirit, and then set up for like a 3-man Chrono into Snap and Earth Splitter. I think that's...
All right, coil again. No follow-up, although the AA Blast is coming. All right. Does hit onto Y. Let's see if Mind Control can blink and get a kill there. But, all right, duel onto Miracle, but there's the Cold Embrace save. A great counter to that hero. And, of course, still with Aegis. Not really fearing death right now. There's the curse. Okay, just buying more time. Miracle still with the double damage. Doesn't want to die right away just because that DD will go away, but he will find his way to the grave, or the Aegis grave if you want to call it that. And now, Team Nigma, they did lose the AA, but I believe they're just going to continue to fight. They're going to focus onto poor old Ember Spirit. And they'll take that trade any day of the week. Still 8K net worth lead for Team Nigma.
Be honest, were you going to call him nothing to lose? You were about to say nothing to lose.
I'm just going to call him Ember Spirit.
Okay.
Why are you making fun of it? That's not very nice.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nothing to lose.
He's the #1 player on the planet Earth.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
In MMR. He is a golden god.
Why golden? Isn't, like,
I don't know,
platinum better than gold?
Diamond. He's diamond.
Diamond tier? I think that's a Valorant thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a Valve.
We can't talk about it.
I think we just got fired.
Well, it was bound to happen eventually.
That's okay.
Anyway, speaking of golden gods, GH is making all of these fights extremely hard to play for LGD. He is saving people. He is turning the fights with the Winter's Curse. I think if I'm on LGD, it's like, okay, we need to find some way to get on this backline. We need to find some way to get on this Winter Wyvern, because otherwise we are not killing anybody.
All right, well, Faith Beyond does have Shard. How much of a difference will that make? For those that don't know, Press the Attack essentially just gives magic immunity for, what is it, 2 seconds, I want to say?
Yeah, I think it's like 1.75 or something.
You know, with a coil, even with Ag's coil, very, very good.
The thing is, like, up until this point, it would have been incredibly effective, right? Like, we saw in so many fights where he would save and then the immediate stun would come afterwards, and that cannot happen, of course, when you have the Ag Shard. But now, it's like you have this Deso on Puck, right? So you've this physical damage. You've the Wraith King, who actually has items. So he's doing a lot of physical damage as well. So I feel like it's coming at the point where it's just a little too late. And I mean, obviously it's going to help, but I think they're reliant way more on this Faceless Void to hit a good Chronosphere on like 2 to 3 heroes at least.
Yeah.
2 important heroes or 3 unimportant heroes.
Yep, that's definitely true. I mean, they have Elder Titan ult, which, you know, that does scale quite well.
Yes,
Of course, since it is percentage-based damage. ILTW looking for an opening here on Nothing to Say. Nothing to lose, I mean. Sorry.
Of course, of course.
Yep, yep. Faith Beyond, I mean, the Faith Beyond, his positioning is of the utmost importance. Because if he's the one that gets coiled, then there's nothing he can do. He's there to save teammates, not himself.
Yeah, because he has no way of taking out the silence right now. So even if he doesn't get silenced, then he can just use his W on himself, then break the coil while he's immune. But it's very likely Miracle's going to counterplay that by just silencing in the chrono or in the coil.
Yeah, so Team Nigma, they're just suffocating the map right now. Probably just waiting for the next Roche, which we've talked about many a time, is a huge power spike because you get the free shard, get cheese on top of the Aegis. Whose shard would you give this to? What hero?
Let's see. The AA shard is really good. I mean,
yeah,
that would actually...
It pushes out waves, but it is your position 5.
It is, but Nigma is controlling enough of the map that I think that Kuroki could actually sit on the other side and be greedy and take the farm that nobody else wants to take. And like he could be the net worth difference while they're trying to do this greed thing if he has the AA shard. Otherwise, he has no way of killing creeps. He's very pathetic hero at killing creeps without that.
Without that, yeah. And that's the thing I like about shards. Oh, GH! That's a really long TP, and this is going to be a dual victory, a much-needed one for Faith Beyond.
I think
they did expend quite a few ults for that, but...
I think that was the outpost that he TP'd to.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, he was trying to get involved in this smoke. By
the way, it was an AC for ILTW, so they won't be stacking Jessup this time around. Miracle. Know that a lot of these ultimates are down. He's just going to completely destroy Ame, but there's a Chronosphere counter. It's not going to be able to do any damage on top of it. He actually catches his teammate. Thanks for the save, Faith Beyond. It's going to cost you your precious little life. Ember Spirit, Nothing to Say. Flash lose.
Oh, they still see him over there.
Oh, they do. I thought he was out, actually.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Find him anyway.
Maybe it was like the Ice Vortex that gave vision of him or something, but if he was just sticking around, seeing if there's anything that he could, you know, some backliner that he could pick off or something like that, but a little greedy. I don't think that ward, I think he just placed that ward.
And remember, all those ultimates were used to take out a support at top, so they didn't have anything there, so maybe a little bit out of position for PSG.LGD. And Team Nigma looking really good. Fortification's going to be popped. And I don't think they're really fearing anything. Of course, don't have that second Roche quite yet. We'll find out if it's going to be up or what the timer is here in a moment. 1.5 minutes, so basically average.
So I think without the chrono, you can probably, if you're Nigma, take whatever area of the map you want. I think they'll probably farm this last set of Ancients, so that way when LGD comes back into the triangle, there's nothing there, and they just clear out the entire map. I would even smoke fire them into the dire jungle and just get these guys out of here. Like,
you ever thought about coaching, Jenkins?
I actually do coach Team Arkosh sometimes.
And they're Division 1 now.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Nothing to do with BSJ's coaching. He also coaches them.
Yeah,
I had to teach
I've heard
them...
he's more of a detriment than anything.
Absolutely. I had to reteach them things that he...
Bad habits that
yes,
picked up
exactly.
BSJ? I see.
Something about a deadline. I don't know what he would... Yeah, he said, avoid the deadline.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like him. Good that you ended up getting rid of that copyright, though, at the very least.
Of course.
That tier 3 tower looks like it's going to go down. Mind Control pops that dragon form. And the question is, can PSG.LGD defend this at all? I mean, is it better just to try to go for the contest on Roche and just give up this lane? Because they can't go for mid, so Nigma would have to go top here if they want to get a second lane.
Yeah, maybe just wait for, like, maybe they're close to an item on the Void. Just wait for that.
Oh, we're going to jump in here with Miracle. All right, there's the save from the LC. Miracle's in a bit of trouble here. AA Blast is coming in. Nothing to say pops his BKB. Elder Titan ult goes off as well. Miracle does drop. 70 seconds, no buyback. I believe Team Nigma need to get GTFO. That's GGTFO apparently. Is GH. Again. Okay. And that is another dual victory. All right, so a little bit too aggressive there for Mr. Miracle, looks like. And this is actually really good for PSG.LGD because Roche will be up by the time Puck is up. And this is, I feel like that is where they could potentially come back because their lineup is built for taking like taking advantage of the Roche fight in general.
Yeah, that's
the small AoE.
That's the nice thing about having like a Faceless Void, especially when you have some combos to go with it. You're never really out of the game where it's like, okay, there's literally no way for us to win this game.
Right, this works as well.
Okay, they're just gonna
They have some minus armor in the form of the old Snap Fire.
Look, he's slowly doing it to keep the minus armor up. I like that.
Middle tower is under attack.
But they did nerf that skill recently, so it's not as much minus armor as before, but they do have a Solar Crest plus a blast coming in. Yikes, that hurts. This is going to be kind of slow, and Miracle's up in 10 seconds, so...
Oh my god,
Could be a GG fight. LC dies to getting killed very easily, just walks in. That's going to be a buyback on the LC. The Searing Chains on a couple heroes. Echo Stomp to follow, though. They can get Ame here. This would be pretty big. Has the Chronosphere. Might have to expend it here. Pop the BKB. There it is. Where is the follow-up? Why? No ultimate to work with, and this damage is just pathetic from the old Void. They get the dual op. It actually is a kill onto the Dragon Knight. Mind Control does find his way to the grave. Nice curse to follow, though. This is going to be followed with the Wraith King ultimate, so he will be back pounding away. Jin Q gets pressed the attack, but actually a nice cookie. That is another kill onto Miracle with no buyback. All right, and PSG.LGD does have basically all their buybacks right now, so in terms of the people that are dead, so they can still contest this Roche.
And there's no Winter's Curse. Okay, the ILT was just in.
Yeah, he's going ham right now. It looks like he's the one that wants Roche. Of course, this is almost, I feel like it's a bit of a bluff, because Miracle does not have buyback.
Yeah.
And I don't think they know this.
Maybe they were trying to force up more buybacks, but I honestly think like if LGD bought back and then got Roche, that probably actually would be worth it. That would actually be worth it for them, so I don't know if you want to force
time. I mean, 10 seconds for Ember, 15 for Snapfire.
They do, but man, their Roche damage is just atrocious. It's, I mean, other than the Snap, there's not really anything.
Yeah, that's true.
If they had some like Ursa or Slardar, just like some +1 Roche killer, maybe. Or if this Legion was more of like a carry Legion, like you're mentioning, if she had a bunch of dual damage and damage items.
I mean, that hasn't happened in years.
Yeah, that's not.
Get your head out of the gutter.
That is not.
The hero doesn't exist anymore. I believe that hero started in the jungle. And always came out very strong. It was never griefing.
Yes, of course.
I mean, the problem with the Roche fight that I feel like PSG.LGD needs to make, there's the double damage here, is the fact that Nigma, they just do it so fast, so you really need to be able to scout it well.
Yeah, this is always a pain when you're on the Dire side, because this is the area of the map that Nigma wants to control anyway. It's just the easiest place to control. You can take the outpost, take the entire jungle. And so that's just right by the Roche pit, and they take it so quickly.
They're not really positioned. They're just standing.
Okay, well, they have a smoke.
They do. I think they were waiting for this wave to be cleared up, but I feel like it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it is.
Indeed it is. Astral Spirit will scout it, but not in time.
God, GH has been playing this game so well. It's crazy the amount of impact he's had in these fights. And anybody who's ever played Winter... Well, actually, I was going to say anybody who's ever played Winter Wyvern, anybody who's ever played with the Winter Wyvern knows how much this hero can grief your team if you're not careful.
Did he give it to GH? Yeah. You got the Cold Embrace.
Huh. Okay, well, that reduces the cooldown. I would imagine that's why they're doing that. It's not for the,
it's not for the
Splinter Blast that comes out. Ironically, like, that's was the original intention.
It's a counter to duel. It's a counter to anybody that's in Chronosphere as long as GH isn't caught in it himself.
Yeah, his Cold Embrace is insane this game. It's so good. It was such a good Winter Wyvern pick, actually.
This tier 1 tower bot is still up? What? They haven't gotten one tower. What? Am I...
Uh-oh.
This siege is their most valuable asset, right?
That is true.
That is actually incredible. I didn't think it was that bad.
I did not notice that the entire game. We are very bad at our job.
BSJ would be very angry with us.
Oh, God.
The deadline.
Yes, of course. That is the bottom line. Oh, okay. Mind Control has a Eon Disc.
That is very interesting.
Huh.
I feel like he's not really dying. I mean, he has the BKB and Cheese as well. He's going to pop that all. It is level 3 now, so you get the Frostmourne.
That's not what that's called.
In Dota 1 it was.
Okay, I see.
It's a Frostmourne dragon.
I believe that's copyrighted.
That's probably true. I mean, how is Dragon not copyrighted?
That's true. Lord of the Rings invented those.
Yeah, exactly. This will be a free tier 3 at the very least. I just really... the problem with this is that the Aegis and the Cheese, and you got Aeon Disc and all this other garbage. And it feels like PSG.LGD has like one fight. And in that one fight, it's against 7 heroes, basically, right? So,
yeah,
very, very difficult.
7 heroes that have about twice the effective HP that they do. It is not easy.
Yeah.
It's like as the game goes later and later, the Faceless Void needs to hit 2 heroes, and then 3 heroes, and then 4, and then literally all 5, and probably 3 couriers at this point in order to actually win the fight. I legit think you need the courier XP to level people up in the fight for the stat.
Wait, how much XP is that this time of game? Is it really that substantial?
I don't know. I mean, they do give
just
XP.
talking out of your ass again? Is that
They
what's going
do
on?
give XP. I don't know exactly the amount.
I feel like it would be negligible. I don't
Why
would
have,
you bring that up during a cast?
I don't have a PhD in couriers. I mean,
All right, we'll have to ask Curtis. AUI will have to let us know if somebody is able to level up off a courier at this stage of the game.
he doesn't know that.
He knows everything.
He thinks Slark 4 is good.
Slark 4?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Slacks thing.
He gets a meteor hammer and then sets up for Pudge Hook. I play the Pudge off.
That's unranked. You can do whatever you want to unranked. All right, he gets a freebie from me.
Careful around T-Gov saying that. Like, he really will take that offensively.
Okay, well, each their own. All right, looks like Miracle does pick up an Aghanim Scepter for himself. Of course, press the attack does counter to a degree, but I mean, kind of. It has to be LC out of the coil and doing it, and it can only save 1 person.
Another Eon Disc, too, on the Winter Wyvern GH, so... That's a nice wraparound, though.
All right, and it's already popped for GH. Mind Control pops his ult in the meantime. And that is the new Axe coil you just saw. I don't think he realized that was there. And nothing to say. Oh, he dies. Ame, in the meantime, he has Chrono, but basically no HP. He finds GH. That's a Winter's Curse. Mind Control flapping his wings, trying to get as close as he can. Still the BKB. That is a long duration. Blink Dagger soon for Mind Control.
I think they chase him, yeah.
Maybe not. ILTW is just going ham in the base.
He's just throwing it.
Objective-based gaming. Yeah, Ame is just too difficult to catch. He's going to be able to TP out here. Mind Control has the 4-man's Axe with the spider legs on the Dragon Knight. Don't get the magic resistance and all the extra stats.
Of course, now
you can walk through cliffs.
Yeah, you're a pathetic offlaner. You don't get natural Axe. You just get the 4-man's Axe.
GG is called, so Team Nigma, I mean, they looked quite good. Quite good this game.
Yeah, that was